Well, what a great turnout for a Republican 7th District caucus. I've been coming to these for a long time, and so often we don't get this kind of turnout. There is a lot of excitement in our party and in this room about what we're going to do in 2010. You know, as I've been traveling around to many of your Lincoln Day dinners and counties, I've met most of you, but some I have not met. And so I would just like to take a moment and introduce myself. Again, my name is Sean Duffy. I grew up in Hayward. And when I was up there, I was a competitor in lumberjack sports, you know, chopping, sawing, log rolling, tree climbing. And when I was young, I traveled all over Wisconsin, all over the country, doing lumberjack competitions and exhibitions, showing off our great heritage here in northern Wisconsin. And I actually put myself through law school doing that. And in the last semester of law school, speaking of that, I married my wife, Rachel, who many of you have not seen her on the road with me. We have 5 children, but she is here tonight, and she's right here in back, pregnant with baby number 6. Hi, Rachel. We got married 11 years ago, and we knew we wanted to have a family. And at that time, we were living where I was going to school in Minnesota, and I knew the best place to raise a family was right here in the great state of Wisconsin. So we moved back, and we're in Hayward for a year, but then I had a great opportunity to move up to Ashland, where I had a chance to work with our now Attorney General J.B. Van Hollen, who was our former Ashland County DA. And also had a chance to work with Mike Gableman, who's now on the Wisconsin Supreme Court, also a Wisconsin or an Ashland County DA. I've been the DA up in Ashland for 7 years, elected 4 times, and Rachel and I we have 5 children, and they're back there running around. They're eating earlier. They're the ones with the little Duffy for Congress shirts on. I have a Vita who's 10, Jack who's 8, Lucia who's almost 6. She turned 6 on Monday. So we have a big celebration going on. We're going to the water park, which will be exciting for her. And then my John Paul and Paloma. So they all came down for the caucus today. And I'm running for Congress. You know, I gained my values of hard work, personal responsibility, faith, and family by growing up in Hayward. And, you know, I think it's those values that we need now more than ever out in Washington, D.C. As I've been in this campaign, I've traveled around and I've had a chance to meet thousands of Wisconsinites. And it's farmers and business owners, union workers, seniors, moms and dads, people who know how to balance their budget, people who have put away and saved for college, folks who've saved for a rainy day, people who have saved for their retirement. And you know, if Dave Obey took the time to come back from Washington, D.C. and travel around the district, he would hear that the people here don't want what he's trying to sell us. We don't, that's right. We don't want more pork or more entitlements, more Wall Street bailouts. We don't want more national debt, do we? No. You know, it was a year ago that Obey passed, shepherded through Congress, the $800 billion stimulus package. Remember that? What did it get us? Where are the jobs? Where's the recovery? Where's the prosperity? It's not out there, is it? Dave Obey doesn't have any answers. His only answer is to travel around this district on his pork tour, where he goes and he gives out money to special interest groups around the district, claiming it's his money and taking credit for our money that he's passing out. That's not going to work anymore. The American people want real reform. We want real change. You know what? We want lower taxes. We want a balanced budget. We want less government involvement in our lives. I think that's because we, the people, know that it's us, the people, that are the engine of American prosperity, not government. You know, I think as Wisconsinites, we know the solutions in Washington, they're not complicated. We actually know they're simple and they're straightforward. All it takes out in Washington, D.C. is good old Wisconsin common sense. We know that hope doesn't come from government or political promises. We know that hope comes from the spirit of the American people. You know, my wife Rachel and I were, again, pregnant with baby number 6, for probably the 3rd time I've said that. It's a big thing for us. But and I'm not showing it all. Thank you, Jim. But every day we think about what's going to happen to the next generation. What kind of country are we going to leave the next generation? What kind of debt are we passing off? What kind of prosperity, what kind of opportunity are our kids going to have when we have a staggering debt that we owe to China or other foreign nations? Our kids, if we don't roll this debt back, aren't going to be as prosperous. They're not going to be as free. And what is Dave Obey's response to that question about our debt? Dave Obey says, don't worry about the debt. Trust the government. Depend on the government. Expand the government. But you know what? That's not the Wisconsin way. That's not the American way. You know what, my fellow Republicans? We are in the fight of our generation. It's a fight for liberty, for prosperity, for free markets, free enterprise. It's a fight for capitalism. And it's a fight against creeping socialism, which is what the Democrats are trying to sell us. You know, I know I speak for all fathers in this room when I say that I am going to do everything I can to make sure that I pass off to the next generation an America that's better than the one I inherited. You know what? We can win this fight. We can beat the powerful chairman of appropriations. We can tell David Obey that his spending like mad is no longer going to make it here in the 7th District. That's right. So you know what? I say to Dave Obey, stand down, Dave. The American people are ready to stand up. We are ready to lead. We are confident. We are strong. We are ready for a great American comeback. We are going to win in 2010. I look forward to working with all of you, and we are going to take our country back and put our Constitution and our families in a place of prominence. Thank you very much, and God bless.